the last thing actually that I wanted to talk about is how much control Putin maintains within the country. There's also been quite a lot written about how, well, there really do seem to be some signs that various, so to speak, factions are gradually becoming more and more influential, and every step aimed at preserving power is accelerating its decline. At least that's what was said in a column that The Economist published not too long ago. I'm more than sure that you've seen it. The publication didn't name the author, specifying that it's a former high ranking official of the Russian government. How do you perceive these assessments?
Well, in exactly the same way as the report that you quoted at the beginning, which the Moscow Times misrepresented. By the way, once again, as one of my friends used to say, the lazy wash, the hardworking scratch. I wasn't lazy. I dug into this report from the London Institute for Strategic Studies and looked at who wrote it. Well, in the end, three wonderful people, one British professor from King's College, one former employee of the British Embassy in Moscow in the early 2000s, and one risk management specialist from a commercial firm. And strictly speaking, they possess roughly the same information as you and I, and therefore they model the situation perfectly, as it were. And you can't find fault with it. You see, these conclusions are as absolutely correct as they are useless. That is, sooner or later, at some point, Putin will have to make a choice. Accordingly, I feel the same way about these kinds of reports in The Economist. Undoubtedly, Putin and any despotic power in general is constantly fighting entropy within itself. That is, you can say this about Putin, you can say it about Stalin, you can say it about Lenin, you can say it about Nicholas II, about Nicholas I. You see, you open Saltykov-Shchedrin, read everything about Russian power and bureaucracy, and you think, to what extent did Nicholas I actually control Russia? Not at all. And yet he lived a fine life, died in his own bed, and bequeathed to his son. To keep everyone in an iron grip like this, that's exactly why he bequeathed it, because he didn't control anything. So from my point of view, yes, this entropy is growing in Russia, and it will continue to grow right up until some events occur that either sweep this regime away for some independent reasons, which is hard to believe, or something happens to Putin for natural reasons. Well, only then will all this entropy actually matter, because its configuration, its degree, will influence the way the post-Putin world is constituted. And what about now? Well, entropy, well, yeah. Well, it's kind of like in that movie, where Wolf and Schellenberg and also Kaltenbrunner and Himmler were all racing each other to Hitler just to see who would actually get there first. And now they're running just like that. Who will fly to Sochi first? Or as it is now, who will reach the bunker first? Nothing ever changes.